Hey there, Dion Johnson here, strategic partner, spiritual advisor, and executive power coach to women in board level leadership. I'm also the author of this book, Influential Woman, a fresh approach to tackling inequality and leading change at work. This is for you if you are a woman in leadership, especially if you are a senior leader and you really want to be about creating, bring about more change, systems shifting, systems change, all things transformed outcomes. This book is for you. Then please grab yourself a copy anywhere they sell great books. Today, I want to talk to you about safety at work, protection and safety. And it's a topic that's come out of a conversation I had just this morning with a brilliant woman who's leading in her field. I don't want to say her field. She's leading at a high level, and she is experiencing some challenges, some difficult relationships. She's experiencing some professional game playing. She's really going through the ringer with some of the people that she works with, and we had a really long conversation, and the bottom line is she just feels so unsupported and so unsafe. That's why she's come to me. She wants to explore what support for herself could look like. And I really started to think about how important it is. You know, oftentimes, no matter what people come to me with, in case you don't know, my work is really about helping women to really step into their power, to use their voice, their true voice, to lead in a way that brings about change that they really want to see in their world through their work. And this work is so important to me. And what I realize is that for a lot of women who are in senior leadership with a desire to really truly shift the needle on some important issues, it feels like a battleground, right? Work can feel like an unsafe environment. And so I want to really speak to that today. I remember when I first started to think about protection for women in the marketplace. I know where I was. It was years ago. I was a regional director in local government for leading a program, a national program in the Southeast London region. And I had a few people that reported to me, but most of the people that I worked with worked in disparate teams. They were out there. They were part of other organizations and part of other systems. And my job was to coordinate this great big group of people that were working to increase and transform and improve outcomes for vulnerable families. So I loved my work, and it was real, but it had its real challenges. I was going through the ringer. I really struggled to show up in my power. That's why I do some of the work that I do right now. I really struggled to bring my true self to the role. I really struggled to bring my voice, to understand what it was what it looked like for me to show up in my power in that role. There was a whole lot of game playing, a whole lot of politics, a whole lot of professional pushbacks. It was a really challenging place to work, even though I really cared so deeply about the mission, cared so deeply about the work that we were all supposed to be doing. It was just such a challenging time in my career and my professional life. And there was a woman that was not, I didn't manage her directly, but I coordinated her work within my sphere, and we got to know each other quite well. And she was really going through a challenging time too. I mean, we all worked within this great big system, and the system was just problematic in so many ways. Now I know that if you're anything, if you're trusting my work, then I know that you know what I'm talking about. The system was problematic in so many ways, and this woman who was working within my sphere was really going through the ringer with it. And one day the system took it too far. I mean, this woman was just treated so badly, that she just decided to go home, walk away, just walk off the job and go home. And we didn't see her for a few days. And then something really powerful happened. Her husband came to meet with me and my boss came to meet with me and my boss and another person from her team, and he sat with us and he told us that there is no way that his wife is going to be subject to this type of treatment, that this is what they wanted, this is what he was demanding, this is what needed to be put in place in order for him to know that his wife was safe in the workplace. Well, I was gobsmacked. I honestly had never seen that before. She was a black woman. That was, I mean, she was going through a really bad time, like some of us do in the workplace. And here was this man who who placed himself, took it upon himself to present himself to this system and say, hey, treat my woman better or she's out of here. And I never seen that before. I mean, it really hit me like a ton of bricks. I thought about it for actually years afterwards, how this woman was this man was taking a stand for his woman. This man was sticking up for her. He was protecting her. He was doing his thing to make sure that she was safe. And like, it just took my breath away. I had never seen a man stand in defense of a woman like this ever before, let alone a black woman. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. I just didn't know that I didn't know that this was a thing. And so seeing it was really, really gobsmacking, really gobsmacking. And it spoke to me so powerfully because I was going through a bad time too at work. But I had this kind of attitude there where it was like this was my fight. I was by myself. I was soldiering it alone. I was having to deal with it. I was having to take care of everybody else's disgruntlement. And it didn't even occur to me that I needed to have somebody helping me with my disgruntlement, that I needed somebody who was going to help me hold my hands up, somebody who was going to support me through this difficult, challenging season that I was going through at work. It just didn't occur to me that I needed to have this in place for myself. And this man really opened up my eyes to one, how much we need some people in our corner who will speak up for us and protect us and support us and hold us up when we're going through difficult times. Like, this is really critical. I know that you're probably going like, duh, of course you need support. But honestly, it didn't occur to me that I needed support while I was going through that. And I'm guessing that there are going to be people watching this video who this is your wake-up call that actually, yes, you need support. You need protection. You need a tribe, community, people around you who will hold you together as you go through the challenging times and seasons that are inevitable in this season in leadership, that are inevitable when you put yourself in the place of leadership and calling things out and leading people forward, engaging with systems. There are going to be times that are really hard, and you need to be intentional about creating support around you. So I wanted to, this has turned out a bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I wanted to just leave you with 6 roles of protection, 6 roles of community that you need to be building around you if you are serious about using your voice, calling for change, leading important, meaningful change that you want to see in the world, right? That we should not be doing this alone. We should not be doing this in silos or in isolation. We need to get intentional about building our tribe and factoring in these roles that support us as we do what we do, right? So the first one is cheerleader. Everybody needs cheerleaders. And, you know, these roles, they can be the roles that I'm going to share with you today, they can be by the same person or people, or you might have to find different people to fill different roles. But everyone needs a cheerleader. Everyone needs somebody who will punch the air for you and say, you can do it. People who just believe that you're the bee's knees, no matter what you do, like that you can do no wrong in their eyes, that they just love you, they just care, they don't understand you very much, they maybe don't know what you're up to very much, but they just know that it's going to be fantastic because they believe that you are fantastic and they're cheering you on, right? Everybody needs a cheerleader. So who is your cheerleader? The second one, everybody needs a challenger. Everyone needs somebody in their corner who's going to go, hey, I noticed this. What was that about? Everybody needs someone who's going to challenge you, call you out on your BS, who's going to um, challenge your limitations, who's going to ask you to think about that, or going to look with you at what could have been done better, what's going on here for real, beneath the surface. You need someone who's going to challenge you to have your best thinking, challenge you to think about things differently, challenge you to go beyond where you think you can go. Everybody needs a challenger. That person's got your back. That person believes in the you that is yet to come. That person believes in the you that can be better, more, do more, be more, say more. Like that, this challenger, this function in your life is going to bring out the best in you. Right, so everybody needs a challenger. Who is your challenger? The third one is co-worker. So yeah, we have teams, yeah, we have people in our corner, we have people that we lead, but everybody needs someone who they can say, I'm struggling with this piece of work. Can you roll up your sleeves? Not just tell me what to do, but roll up your sleeves and help me do it. Can you help me write this report? I mean, I've got a co-worker who, when I, in the middle of the night, would roll up their sleeves and be at the computer while I'm trying to organize my thoughts. Everybody needs a co-worker. And I think over and above your team, somebody who will help you get ready to present well to your team. So organize your ideas well. So somebody who will help you to write that report or write that brief or write that, organize your thinking so that you can put your best foot forward when it comes to showing up in that meeting or showing up with that team member or in that conversation. Somebody who's going to help you to produce, someone's going to help you to create, someone's going to help you to package or to bring things about in a way that can be presented to the people that you lead and influence. So everybody needs a co-worker. So who's your co-worker? And a captain. I love this one because I've always really believed heavily in the power of leadership. So every leader really needs a leader. And I'm thinking that you need to be really selective. So I know that in your role, you might have natural people that you report to. You might have people that are actually designated your leader. But I want you to be thinking about who are the captains in your space, the people who perhaps are way above you in terms of rank, maybe have remit in other areas, but that they understand your area, they understand it from an aerial view. So people who are leading at higher levels, people who have maybe connections with other systems, and that people who can understand you and the way that you fit and how your work fits into the broader scheme of things. You see, when you have somebody like this in your corner, they can give you the heads up, they can help you understand things that you don't yet understand about how systems coexist and how they co-function. Like having somebody who is higher than you in the pecking order, the hierarchy of leadership, really is a way for you to create a safe place for you to ask questions that, or even ask you the questions that you don't even know that you need to ask yet. Really are able to bring insight and ideas from a much higher perspective. So captain, really important person to have in our tribe or our community or our support system and our support networks. The next one is creative companion. So, you know, the kind of person who will help you to dream, will help you to aspire, to help you to think about what could be, to help you to envision. I really love the quote by Helen Keller, the blind and deaf reporter and educationalist, who said that the only thing worse than than being blind is having eyes but no vision. Having eyes but no vision. It's really important, isn't it, for you to be able to see beyond the horizon, to really dream about what you want to see coming. And it's really great if you have people around you who can really honor your dreams, protect your dreams, encourage you in your dreams, cheer you on to think bigger, to think higher, to think further, and think in 3D color, you know, conversation about what you're thinking about, dreaming about, is a really good way to blow new life into your vision. But more than that, to protect you and to keep your vision and your secrets and your vision and your mission safe whilst it comes to pass. So yeah, a creative companion, somebody who will speak life and co-dream with you. Who is your creative companion? And the last one is confidant. So confidant is someone who you could tell your secrets to, someone who you can tell your fears to, someone who you could tell your past to, your secret anxieties to. Somebody who you can really confide in is a critical part of your support network, your support tribe, your support system. Like having somebody who you don't have to hold anything back, somebody who you feel that you can say anything to, and when you tell them, you will not go down in their estimation, that you will not like that your I like to say to my clients, your greatness is already in the bag. Like there's just nothing that you could tell me that would make me think differently about your greatness, about your power to lead, about your power to change things, about your power to be great in your space and in your place and in your field. Like there's just nothing that you can say. I tell my clients this all the time, that there is just nothing that you've done, or that any mistake that you've made, or any thing that's gone wrong or that you didn't do well, that's going to make a difference to me when it comes to thinking about who you are as a powerful leader. And everybody needs one of these. Everybody needs one of these. And like I said, whether you're talking about a cheerleader, a challenger, a co-worker, a captain, a creative companion, or a confidant, like that might be fulfilled in one person, or it might be a series of people that you need, or just, you know, multiple, you know, you might need to find these roles, these fulfillments of this role in different people. But you really have to start to get intentional if you want to be safe. Like protection is your right as a leader, safety is your right as a leader, but we sometimes the systems that we work in are not robust enough, don't provide robust enough safety, robust enough psychological safety, or even physical safety. And sometimes we need to be thinking about creating that for ourselves. And so good luck on pulling these people together. I want you to identify them for each of these roles: cheerleader, challenger, co-worker, captain, creative companion, and confidant. I want you to write those roles out and then put names by them and have conversations with the people that you identify as having this function in your life. Tell them about what you're going through, tell them what you need, tell them what you want for the future, tell them who you are, show them what's going on for you and what you're thinking. You know, be intentional about nurturing your own protection, because I'm telling you, I know that we're in this age where, you know, we're bad boss bitches, and we're rubbernecking and can do bad all by ourselves. But really, we all need to feel safe. We all need to feel like we're supported. We all need tribe. We all need a community that knows us and that has our back. And so I'm really cheering you on as you go about creating your own really important protective support network from today. Will you do that? Thank you. My name's Dion. If you want to talk to me about how I can be, what role I can play in your leadership and in your life, then please reach out. And the link to get some apply for some time in my diary is accompanying this video, and I look forward to receiving your call. Take care. Bye.